guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and all that stuff. And what I'm about to be showing you guys is a cool trick I kind of came up with. I saw a video on YouTube, and I thought it wasn't a tutorial. It was just a trick this guy did. He didn't have a tutorial for it, but I did see some of the side hand he did. I thought what he did was clever. I hadn't really seen it. I had seen it before, but I hadn't really ever used it in a trick, and it isn't used in tricks often because it's a little tricky with angles and everything. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to do the performance, I'm going to do the tutorial. I kind of thought about separating it into a performance video and then a tutorial video, but I'm going to go ahead and give it the whole package. It is a pretty long trick and even longer to explain, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it all in one video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get straight into how to do it and performance. So we'll do the performance and how to do it, so let's get straight into that. Okay guys, so as you see, I have a small amount of cards that can be completely shuffled by the spectator, and I have the 4 aces. We'll get back to them in a second, but first, as I said, the spectator can go ahead and shuffle all these up. It really doesn't matter, and I would even have them select a card. So let's say it's this one right here. I'm going to turn around. I'm only going to be showing you guys this card, okay? Remember this card, though. It's very important. So the reason I tell you that it's very important that you remember this card is because you're going to see a lot of different cards. You're going to need to remember that one because it's going to pop up somewhere in this trick, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So we're going to stick it somewhere in the middle of these small amount of cards. And I guess I can talk about the aces now. This is the ace of spades. If you didn't know, the ace of spades is a magic card. Magicians use it a lot to find cards because it's really good at finding cards. So we're going to go ahead and take the aces, and we're going to lay them out in a pile just like this, and one of these is the ace of spades. It's going to go right there, and we're going to go ahead and take the rest of it's going to go in some little separate pile, okay? And what's going to happen is I'm going to kind of readjust the camera so we can get a better view of the aces, but we're going to go ahead and take the ace of spades, and what we're going to do is shuffle these cards up just like this, and we're going to go ahead and take a group of 3, lay on each ace, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and take the remaining cards, which are 3, and they're going to go underneath the ace of spades, just like this, okay? And it's going to go right here. So over here, we have the ace, one of the aces. In this case, we have the ace of hearts, and the 3 cards I placed underneath it, okay? But all we have to do is, the thing about aces is they do magic whenever you shake them or a pack of cards they're in, or the whole deck even. You just shake it and magic happens. And look, the ace disappears just like this. And if we check underneath the ace of spades, we can see that now, look, like I said, underneath the ace, we now have the ace and 2 random cards. Like I said, try and keep an eye out for your card because we don't exactly know where it's going to pop up. But as I said, the ace of spades really is a magic card. We're going to go ahead and lay it right back here on this pile. So now here we have the ace of diamonds and the 3 cards that I placed on top of it, okay? But like I said before, all you have to do is take the cards, give them a little shake just like this, and the ace will completely vanish. Just like that. But as I said, if we go ahead and just take a peek underneath the ace, there is now 2 aces and 1 random card, just like that, okay? Proving that, like I said before, the ace of spades really is a magic card, okay? So again, we're going to lay the ace of spades underneath all its cards. So here we have the ace of clubs and the 3 random cards that I put underneath it. But like I said, all you have to do is take the cards and give them a little shake, just like this, and the ace of clubs completely disappears, just like that. As you can see, no ace, but all we have to do is check underneath the ace of spades. And we see that we now have the 3 aces, just like that. But there's a problem. Were you keeping an eye on your card? Well, if we look around, we can't find it anywhere. It's not in this pile anywhere. You said you saw it underneath the ace. Well, that's probably because, like I said, the ace of spades is good at finding cards, so that makes sense why it would appear underneath the ace. But now it's gone, and we can't find it. But like I told you before, all you have to do is take the aces, and you have to just give them a little shake. And magic will happen. As you can see, is that your jack of clubs? I think so. And now we have here the 1, 2, 3, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. that is the trick, guys. And now for the tutorial. Okay, guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick you just saw. Like I said, this is kind of an original effect based off of sleight of hand I saw and kind of wanted to use. So we're going to go ahead and get straight into the performance. We got our tutorial, a lot to cover. Let's get straight into it. So first thing you're going to do is go get a random deck of cards that can be borrowed and get the 4 aces out. Use the 4 aces. You can use the 4 kings if you want, I guess. But the 4 aces just kind of, they're the magic cards, I guess. And again, you're going to be saying stuff like the ace of spades is magic cards. So it would be best to use the 4 aces. But you can use whatever cards you want. And what you're going to need to do after that is get out 13 random cards. It don't matter what these cards are as long as they are random, and there are 13 of them. So just get out 13. Whoa. Just get out 13 random cards, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to start out the trick like this. You're going to hand this over to them and have them shuffle these 13 cards. You don't want to emphasize, like, I have 13 cards here. These are how many we're using. 13. No, you don't want to do that. You want to just be like, we have a small amount of cards here. You don't really want to bring much attention. You want to kind of pretend like you don't even know how many are here, okay? You want to be like, I just grabbed a random amount. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to act like you know how many you're having. So, 4 aces, 13 cards. They can shuffle them up. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, all right, we have random amount of cards here. We're going to get back to the 4 aces in a minute. So, they shuffle these up. And you're going to have them pick one. So, let's say they pick this one right here. It doesn't matter what this card is. In this case, let's say they pick the Jack of Clubs. I think that's actually the one we picked in the performance. So, that's kind of coincidental. So, what we're going to do is you're going to let them look at it, and while they're busy looking at their card, you're going to get a Marlowe's tilt ready. Basically, all that is picking up on the top card just a little bit and holding a break just like that, and kind of using the fleshy part of your palm here to hold it up on this side. So that way you're just kind of holding it straight up. So whenever you take this card to put it, what you're going to do is you're going to, I actually have a break. I actually have 2 cards, don't I? Yep, almost made a mistake. So again, you're going to have a tilt, Marlowe's tilt, a break above the top card. It's gonna look like you're putting it in the middle, but actually you're putting it right underneath that tilt. And from front view, it looks like you're taking it and pushing it into the middle. So now to drop it, all you have to do is do some kind of gesture like, okay, so it's in the middle somewhere, and you're gonna kind of wrist kill your hand, and that's kind of when you're gonna just drop it when you do this gesture. Like, okay, so it's lost somewhere in the middle, and you just drop that Marlowe's tilt, and now their card is in the 2nd position from the top, and that's right where you want. So now you're gonna introduce the aces. You're gonna talk about the aces. Say we have the aces here. The ace of spades is a magic card. You're going to kind of talk about that. And then you're going to take it and lay it and kind of do this motion like. So you're going to grab the ace. You're going to be like, okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard this, but the ace of spades is actually a magic card. In this motion, like this, I did a push-off pinky break. Just like that. So you're going to get a push-off pinky break in this motion. Okay? So get your break, and you're going to lay this on top. And you're going to do the KM move. Basically, what the KM move is used to do is cover up a double lift. But in this case, you're using it to flip over this top card secretly. So you're going to kind of be like, okay, so we have the ace of spades here. And when you do that KM move, you just flip that card over. So let's kind of get into how to do the KM move. You're going to start to flip this ace over as if you're flipping over a double. Then you're going to just tilt this packet over with your hand. And these 3 fingers are going to grip that bottom card. And your thumb's just going to pull that ace out. And now you're going to just keep your hand down so they don't see that you just flip that card over. Then you're just going to lay this ace on one of the aces. It really doesn't matter which one. And then grab the other 2 aces and then lay it on top of those 2. And what that's done is that's put that ace of spades in the 3rd position. Okay? So now you're going to take that and just kind of put this on this pack without showing that you flipped over one of the cards. So just like that. Okay? Something like that. And now there usually will be a natural bend. Just kind of make sure that you're only grabbing at that bend. Okay? So you're going to kind of grab at the cards, catch a break under the 5 cards. They think there's just 4 cards here, but there's a random card flipped over, and you're just going to flip over that whole thing. Now you're going to take and lay down supposedly the 4 aces, okay, but actually you're laying down a random card, leaving 1 ace right here, and then other 3 aces. And if you put the ace of spades in the 3rd position like that earlier, it will be the 2nd card right here, okay? So you're going to kind of convince them these are the 4 aces. Not that they're really doubting it, but this is just a good convincer. You'll be like, and one of these is the ace of spades. So you're going to kind of pretend like you don't even know where it is. So you're going to be like, and one of these cards is the ace of spades, this one right here. And you're going to lay it down kind of in this triangle shape, okay? And obviously don't flip over this one because it's not an ace, it's a random card. But now what you have is 1 ace on top and their card underneath that ace. So what you're going to do is you're going to take it and give it a shuffle, but you're going to kind of do it in a special way. You're going to do an overhand shuffle. You're going to take your thumb, peel off the top card, peel off that next card, and then after that, you're just going to shuffle random cards on top of it. And what that's just done is move their card to the second position from the bottom, and that's, again, that's exactly where you want it. So you're going to just take, we're going to talk like, okay, we're going to take 3 random cards and place them on top of each ace. Take 3 random cards, lay them on top of this random card. Take 3 random cards, lay them on top of the ace. Take 3 random cards, lay them on top of the ace. And now you have 4 cards here, but you're going to make it look like 3 by holding them in middle grip. If you don't know what that is, that's your ring and middle finger on the front, thumb on the back, and your index finger just kind of dangling in the middle here. And you're just going to take your thumb and peel off about that much, 1 card, and then go further and just peel off that next card. And now you're holding this double right here. Okay, but it looks like you only have 3 cards. You're going to square it up, and before you place it underneath the ace, what you're going to do is do a pinky pull down on the bottom card, which is an ace. Okay, you're going to do a pinky pull down on the bottom card. You're going to take the ace of spades, lay it on top, and get this card into a gambler's cop position. If you don't know how to get a card into the gambler's cop position, I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can learn the gambler's cop, okay? So if you don't know how to do the gambler's cop, I recommend you learn it. If you do, awesome, let's go ahead and get into it. But again, if you don't, watch that video and then come back and learn and when you've learned how to do it. So, now that you know how to do the cop, you're going to get this card into a gambler's cop position. So you're going to bring this down to your side as you lay the ace right here, okay? So bring this card, this cop card is an ace, down to your side as you lay this here. And now you're going to take this pack, okay? And you're going to pick it up, and you're going to bring your hand back. And do not flash this card, but you're going to load that ace onto the bottom of these 4 random cards, just like this, okay? Again, practice this in a mirror so you can kind of get down the motion where you ain't flashing. But I found it most comfortable where you kind of reverse cop it, where usually you bring it back and then cop the card. You're going to kind of bring it up, bring it back, and bring it back forward into mechanics grip. And now you have 5 cards here with that ace. So what you're going to do is you have 4 cards underneath this ace, but again, you're going to show it as if you have 3. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it in middle grip. Excuse me. You're going to peel off the ace. Okay, so you can peel off the ace and show, look, we have the 3 random cards I put underneath it. You're going to do that same thing where you just holding that double. Okay, this is a double. And you're going to square it up. You're going to say, look, we have 3 cards underneath the ace. You're going to square it up, and you're just, again, going to cop that ace. The main move in this whole trick is the gambler's cop, so you need to learn that. But like I said, you're going to cop the card, bring it down to your side, and you're going to talk about how if you ever shake an ace, it will do magic, or shake it inside a pack or something, that it will do magic. So you're just going to start shaking this, and then you're going to show, look, the ace has disappeared. Again, you have it copped. And you're going to say, but if we look underneath the ace, and what you're going to do is you're just going to load this secretly underneath that ace of spades. And again, practice in the mirror so you can get it down right. So now you've just loaded an ace underneath that ace of spades. Now I forgot to tell you, whenever you're done dealing the next 3 cards underneath that ace of spades, their cards are going to be on the bottom. So after let's kind of retract to the beginning. Remember, this card's kind of underneath the ace of spades. Remember, you cop it off and you hide it under this one. Before you do that, their card's going to be on the bottom. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. So we had this card caught, we stole it from there, bring it to the bottom. So now you have that ace and the 3 random cards. What you're going to do is you're going to kind of use your thumb to riffle up on the 2 of the cards. And now you're going to take this card, you got these 2 back-to-back cards. You're going to kind of give this a bend to get the air out and just lay it down just like that, as nicely as you can. So this isn't you just laid down the ace, but you actually laid down 2 cards. So now you're going to flip this over and show, look, the ace of hearts teleported underneath the ace of spades. And remember, you're going to tell them to keep an eye out for their card, but not tell you where it is. But obviously, they'll see their card's right here. Okay, so ace of hearts. You're going to lay this back down, and you're going to grab the next pile with the ace underneath it and the 3 random cards. And you're going to take this ace, and you're like I said, the ace of spades is a magic card. You're going to just slap it on top of that pack. You're going to take the ace, flick it back off with your thumb, and lay it back down here. And what you just done is dropped that random card that was underneath it off. So now you have this ace of diamonds and this random card underneath it, just like that. So you're going to do the same thing like before. Hold it in middle grip, pull off the ace of diamonds, and then you're going to peel off, showing that you have 3 cards. Okay? Square it back up. Again, that was a double. You actually have 4 cards. Lay the ace here, and again, you're just going to put it in the gambler's cop, bring it down to your side, shake it, just like this, and show that the ace have supposedly disappeared. And again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take this pack with the ace. You're going to secretly load that ace underneath the ace of spades. You're going to, you can kind of do this move if you want. Like, we're going to go ahead, and if we check underneath the ace, okay, and what I've just done is a push-off pinky break. lay it back on top, and then took it and lay it down here. You can do that if you want. It really doesn't matter how you get a break. But now you can show, look, now 2 aces are underneath the ace of spades, and we have this 1 random card. And again, like I said, this is actually their card. So you're going to lay this down, and you're going to grab this next pile, and you're literally going to do the same thing as before. You're going to take the double, lay it here, flick the ace off, lay it back on there. You've just dropped off that random card. You're going to grab the ace, in middle grip, blah, blah, blah. Here, 3 cards. It's actually 4. You're holding that double. Square it up. Take the ace of clubs, put it on top, and again, you're just going to cop the ace. Bring it down to your side. Shake this just like that, and show that supposedly it's disappeared. And you're going to do the same thing as before. You're going to take this, load it up, just like that, making sure not to flash. Practice this in the mirror. And you're going to take it as a double. And this time what you've done is when you take that double, their card is now underneath the ace, okay? You're going to lay this down and show, look, we now have 3 cards underneath the ace of spades. Now you're going to tell them, were you keeping an eye out on your card? They're going to say, yeah. You're going to say, where was it? Underneath the ace? Well, that's probably because, like I said before, the ace of spades finds cards. And you're going to show them that their ace of clubs is not here anywhere. You're going to show them it's disappeared. And now what you're going to do is you're going to just do a shake change now. So if you don't know how to do a shake change, I will leave a link in the description where you can learn it. But essentially all you're doing is kind of holding it in between your middle finger and thumb, and you're going to shake it, and you're just going to rotate as you shake, just like that, okay? So, again, you're just going to do a shake change. But remember what I told you. If you shake it, the ace will do something magical. So you're going to take the ace of spades, and you're going to do a shake change with it, just like that, supposedly turning the jack of clubs into, or the ace of spades into the jack of clubs. You're going to take the 3 aces, you're going to lay this on top, flick it back off, show, look, that's turned to your card, and now you have 4 aces here, but you just kind of want to make it like you have 3 because you just turn that jack of clubs into the ace of spades, supposedly. So you don't really want to do any magic after this, but you do have to do something to just kind of do something with that ace of spades for this trick to make sense. So what I like to do is just do that double deal where it just looks like you have 3 cards. You're going to be like, so now we have the 1, 2, 3. Hang on a second. You just did that move where you're covering up that you have a double here. Remember? Now we have the 3. Oh, hang on a second. Shake it really quick. 1, or just going to reverse count. 1, 2, 3, 4 aces, just like that. And that is the trick, guys. I know that was a lot to cover. If anything didn't make sense, just kind of rewatch the tutorial. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer them to the best I can. And with that, that's the trick, guys. Again, thank you guys for 30 plus subscribers. Let's try to hit 40. That's the next goal, I guess. And then after that, 50 and so on. So I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.